I love great conversations. Hi, my name is Angel Jones. Thank you for joining me on 12-minute convos where I help you create a brand of your own unique, real self. Listen in as I have conversations with amazing people from all over the world. Good night, Cherish Lee. How are you going on this wonderful, beautiful night?
I am doing wonderful. How are you?
I'm excellent. It's actually a beautiful night in Trinidad and Tobago. Thank you for asking.
Oh my gosh, I have not been to Trinidad. That is one place I would love to join.
Well, when you do come, I'll definitely carry you for things like doubles, which is street food, and so many other things like Bacon Shack and the Maracas Beach, and I could go on and on. I'm joking.
Well, this sounds so fun. Okay, I love it.
Well, Cherish, please do tell me, which of your talents is responsible for us connecting?
For Michael Stover.
Yeah. I think so. Okay, Michael Stover is not so much of a talent. Is he a talent?
I'm sorry. I misunderstood. Well, there goes 1 minute of the 12 minutes. Oh my gosh, no. The reason why we're connected is my album that we're releasing in January of 2018. I have my single Tequila Cowgirl that's already out on iTunes and Spotify, and I am on a playlist, which is so cool. I'm on fall 2017 playlist on
Wow,
Spotify.
congratulations.
I know, that was huge. I just got that note the other day. I was like, whoa. So that was really neat. But if you guys would like to know what I look like, there is a music video on YouTube for Tequila Cowgirl. So Cherish Lee, Tequila Cowgirl.
There we go. So who did you learn the skill of singing from?
It was just something I think that's been a part of me, but I think it's because my family is in the business as well. My father is Johnny Lee, who did Looking for Love in All the Wrong Places and Cherokee Fiddle
Wow.
for
Okay.
the movie Urban Cowboy. So he's the singer in the family. And then my mom is, of course, the beautiful, talented Charlene Tilton from Dallas. She played Lucy Ewing.
So that's what a combination does and create.
Yes.
Cherish Lee. Wow, isn't that something? All right.
Yeah.
Well, you're definitely paving your own way, if you would, in a genre that, I mean, even Tequila Cowboy, you express it, right?
Yeah.
Like, this is not one of the songs, Grandmother, Grandma. This is not one of the songs for Grandma. How does it go? How did you say it?
Oh, this ain't your grandma's country song.
Yeah.
That one's
It's
fun. That one
pretty.
has a little more edge and rock to it, while Tequila Cowgirl has a little more of a traditional country sound and feel. While you'll always find me through the whole album. It's a window looking into the last couple years of my life. So all of the songs are very personal. And I wanted all of the sounds to be flavorful and fun and different. Like, I have a song on the album called Wyatt's Song. It's a song that I wrote for my son. And there's a little bit of a Beatles flair to that.
Hmm.
And so it's it's just a fun album, and I wanted it to be that and full of different feeling and emotions and sounds. Because I know I'm not the only person who has been through some of the stuff that I've been through, so I feel like people will find my album extremely relatable.
Yeah, it's really intriguing. Like so I was in Nashville recently, and wow, the talent in Nashville. Wow, there's so much talent. Like everyone can play the guitar and sing a song, like really, really good.
I
Um, and what you've done is, as you said, as you described it, is really flavorful. Pretty intrigued by your talent. Looked at a video where you were on the back porch, guitarist only, no mics, and you sung it almost identical as the recording, which speaks a lot of to your talent. Um,
uh,
that being said, in terms of the challenges that do occur with the industry, why will you continue, Cherish? Why will you continue to repeat the skills of singing?
I think it's just because it's a part of me. The CMAs are on here in the States, here in the United States tonight. And I was watching the red carpet And it was so crazy because I almost started to cry a little bit. And I was like, what is this feeling that I'm feeling? And I was like, oh, it's because I want to be there and be there next year. And that's going to be my goal. I was like, okay, you can accomplish what you can see. And I think the reason why I want to continue to do it as well and to hit those high goals is because when you have a platform and you are involved with people's lives like that, they'll lend you their ears and they want to know what you have to say. And so I'm a huge advocate for like the underdog and people and animals that need help, or they're not able to take care of themselves, or they've been abused in some way. And I really just want to shed, like, as maybe trite and cliche as it sounds, like light and love, because I think our world now needs it more than it ever has. And I want to be that good public figure.
Yeah, you said that you had a veterinarian background that you didn't complete, but however, you have more dogs than anyone else, right?
Yes, my poor husband is like, oh God, not another one. But yes, we just rescued another one. Her name is Penny Lane. She has 3 legs, and I got her from Memphis, Tennessee.
Wow, wow. Well, tell me one other thing, or before even that, where's the best place for people to connect with your music? Where should they go?
So www.cherishleemusic.com, CHERISHLEE music, MUSIC.com. And that has my Facebook, my Instagram, my Twitter. Apparently I'm on Twitter, but I don't like, people don't reach out to me there because I don't check it. I don't even know how I signed up for it, even though I'm tweeting. So Instagram and Facebook, and then that will have the links to the music video and keep you posted on my traveling schedule for 2018 and all of that good stuff.
That's wonderful. That's wonderful. Tell me now one other thing that you've done consistently over the last 3 years.
Oh my gosh, for the last 3 years, I have been in a wonderful relationship with my husband, and he is my best friend. He is the person that motivates me every day and inspires me every day. And we just had our son just over a year ago.
Congratulations.
So I've been in a really wonderful, healthy relationship and writing music. And I've been in Nashville for pretty much 3 years.
So how does that make you feel, the relationship with your husband?
It's incredible to look at him and know that I'm going to be with him for the rest of my life.
That's great. What's his name?
His name is Chase.
Hey, there we go. Hi, Chase. Hey, Chase and Cherish. Right. Yeah. Wonderful. Why would you suggest to someone that's listening, someone that may be a singer as well, why would you suggest they do what you've done by really drilling in and staying connected to those relationships closest to you?
Yeah, I guess the advice I would give them is to keep going. It's a really difficult business. And I think most people would have had a better chance trying to be a doctor. But it's one of those things, it takes a lot of blood, sweat, and tears and tenacity, and to not stop. Like, even though you have gotten beat up, beat down, people will try to take advantage of you in this business. You will find wonderful people, and then they turn into something completely different. Just hold your own, trust who you are, believe in your voice. Don't ever try to sound like anybody else, because there's only one you. So that's what I would suggest.
Love it. Well, amazing audience, we are live with Cherish Lee. Again, you could definitely check her out at cherishleemusic.com. Amazing stuff. Like, she has an amazing voice and delivery. 100%. It's just my take on it, but she is amazing. Well, Cherish, let's switch gears for a moment now, and let me invite you into my time machine that is surrounded with beautiful, warm, blue Caribbean water. Cherish, what is your earliest childhood memory?
It's awesome. I love the blue Caribbean water thing. My earliest childhood memory. I actually remember my first bedroom. I actually remember one time being on the changing table. I know that's so weird, but I remember my mom's face above me, and I remember just kind of blah 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 and
Wow.
kind of just talking to her. It's the oddest memory. I don't even, there was nothing specific about it, but I remember that, which
So,
is crazy.
how old do you think you were?
Well, still in diapers. So what? Maybe like I'd have to ask my mom. My mom said I potty trained pretty early, so I was probably like 1.5.
So, why do you think this memory is so clear?
I don't know, but I think it's kind of crazy now that I have my son. They're always watching and listening and learning. So you really have to mind your P's and Q's.
Yeah, it is definitely the truth. It is definitely the truth. They immediately mirror you.
Well, it's funny. The other day he dropped something and something broke, and I was on the phone with my dad, and my hands were full, and I was getting ready to go to a show, and I let SOB slip out of my mouth. And my dad is so funny. He was like, Cherish, you can't say that in front of the baby. I was like, oh my gosh, I never say that sort of thing in front of him. He goes, otherwise he's not going to be allowed in kindergarten. Well, that happened. Uh, so that's anything, I don't know why that memory has stuck with me other than to make sure that I am on point with my son all the time.
Oh, that's amazing. Well, can I offer an interpretation to the thought picture you created in my mind? Yeah, I can. Let me do that, please. Right.
Yes.
So what I would say is it's intriguing if I can connect the dots that your mother gave you the model of tender loving care, and to see the way you treat not only your children but animals, and that tender loving care that you do show to them. You said you have a new three-legged pet. It's really fascinating to see that. Even the name you carry, right?
Yeah.
Cherish.
Yeah, and I believe that the name that you're given at birth is one that carries you through your life. So where the center of who I am is definitely love, and a very bountiful amount of love for people and animals. And honestly the earth. But anyways, so my son, it was really important for me to give him a strong name that he could carry through his life. And so his whole name is Wyatt Rain Christopher, and it's horse rain, Rein.
Oh.
So altogether it means brave warrior guided by Christ.
Wow, wow. And tell me the tattoos you have, like what does it's always on something.
Oh, I have always remember, and
Always remember.
my brother had passed away a couple years ago, and prior to that happening, he lost his mom. He was my half brother. We had the same father, different moms, and so when he lost my stepmom, his mom, he got always remember in the same place
Hmm.
for her. So when he passed away, I got this for him.
Wow, wow. Yeah. You just keep cherishing. Wow. All
Yeah,
right.
there's always a beginning and an end to
Yeah.
everything. So, you just keep it going as much as you can in your heart.
Hmm. If we fast forward to when you were 12 years old, what was your favorite song?
12 years old. I don't know what year was that. Probably something. Oh gosh, what was I listening to at 12 years old? I think I was probably into punk rock then, which is so funny. So it might have been something from Green Day, or Offspring,
Right?
the bands. But I grew up listening to so many different types of music and so many different phases within that. So like I love, I think earliest was the Beatles and Rolling Stones, and then I fell in love with, Patsy Cline and Hank Williams, and then Madonna and Michael Jackson and Paul Abdul, and then later on, the punk rock stuff. So, and then of course, I delved just into country head first. So,
Yeah. What was that song? What just made that song?
that sound. Oh, I don't know how to turn my notifications off
Okay.
for myself. So somebody text me.
That's cool. Yeah, it was loud. Wow. All right. Well, hey, it was like we've arrived at our destination. Ping. Yeah. So we've arrived at our destination, Cherish. But before we get off of this time machine, there's a small declaration form. So it's yes or no, possibly a bit more. Are you ready for this?
Okay.
Cherish, have you chosen someone to pass on your skills to?
Yes.
Are you married?
Yes.
Do you have children?
Yes.
Do you believe in God?
Absolutely, yes.
Do you have an inner circle of friends?
Yes.
Do you watch TV for more than 3 hours a day?
No.
How about 3 hours a week?
Yes.
What about screen time, the phone and or the computer? Is it more than 8 or less than 8 hours a day?
Probably no. Less than 8 hours.
All right. Cherish, after 1,001 conversations in 3 months in 2016, I came up with a workbook, the name of it being called Yours. It stands for your own unique real self. The idea being you answer questions that are very reflective, that hopefully connect you to your mission, which is your own unique real statement. If you had to share with us, Cherish, your own unique real statement that represents Cherish Lee, what would you say that is?
Live life. I have that tattooed on my knuckles.
Painful. Ooh.
It is a little painful. Actually, out of all the tattoos, that was the only one that made me flinch. But yes, live life.
Live life. Cherish, this has been a great pleasure. Before you leave, is there anything else you'd like to share with our amazing audience?
Thank you. You are the heartbeat of this album. As a true independent artist, I could not do the rest of it without you. You are the reason for this becoming successful. So thank you for listening.
You are welcome. Cherish Lee, thank you for being on what is inspired by 12-Minute Convos with Angel Jones.
So fun, Angel. Thank you.
Thank you for being on 12-Minute Convos with Angel Jones. Stay tuned for more from our advertisers.
Diabetes is a mountain pandemic. It's a disease that's not acute but chronic. Similar to this rhyming method, I have simplified the definition, the signs and symptoms, and the complications of diabetes for both adults and children in my books, Poems for Patients, A Focus on Diabetes, and The ABCs of Diabetes for Children. These books are available on Amazon.com, and for more information, you can visit my website, poemsbyaj.com. That's poemsbyaj.com.